Well, guys, here we are with the plumbing apprentice, otherwise known as Jimmy.
How you going?
How you going, mate? And we're going to run through... Oh, actually, we should introduce the podcast first, I suppose, shouldn't we? Well, g'day, guys. Episode 2 of TradeTools, Tradio. Should we come up with a little intro jingle, maybe? You give me a beat and I'll do the lyrics. You're listening to TradeTools.
Tradio.
All right, perfect. So the plumbing apprentice, mate, otherwise known as Jimmy, we're going to run through life as an apprentice plumber. Actually, life as a plumber and as an apprentice, two separate sort of things.
Yeah, let's talk about
something like that.
Talk about being an apprentice.
Yes.
But an insight to plumbing.
There we go.
In Queensland.
That's why you're on the big bucks, mate.
That's it, mate.
All right, so let's... Where do we...
Work car, have you got a... Oh, you don't. Oh. If you want it.
Shots fired already.
Shots fired, Brad.
So what is life like as an apprentice plumber in a broad sense?
It's pretty cool, mate. Honestly. I left a university degree to come and do this.
Yeah, right. What uni degree?
I was studying secondary, so high school teaching.
Oh, why would you do that?
Because I wanted to do good by the community. No, I enjoyed tutoring and stuff when I was at school.
Yeah, right.
And I did a little bit of a mentor program at school.
You remember what high school was like though, don't you?
I did, but I enjoyed it. I was the, vice college captain. I was the...
Maybe you went to a better high school than I did.
Yeah,
my high school experience was wild. And I genuinely pitied the teachers. I thought, I don't know how they do it. They don't get paid enough for this. No way.
See, it was the opposite. The teachers pitied me for how dumb I was. So I got a lot of help. I got a lot of drafts done.
Yeah, okay.
Majority of assignments were completed.
They'd bump it up from a C- to a C+ or a B- or something just because they pitied you.
Well, it was very much we're going to hand this back to you with some constructive criticism, and we'd like you to take on that criticism.
Just kindly suggest reading our comments.
Yes.
So, a plumber, mate. Why did you choose plumbing? Did you choose plumbing or did plumbing choose you?
Well, if I'm completely honest, a lot of my other mates in trades had already taken what else was available.
Yeah.
And because I went to university and I had a gap year prior to that, I was 2 years behind everyone else.
Look at you go. Gap year.
I did. And I was 2 years behind everyone.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to just pick someone else's trade, so I took what was left. And what was left was fridgie or plumbing.
Yeah, right.
I couldn't get a job as a fridgie.
Okay.
So I went with plumbing.
Yeah, there you go. So it was just opportunistic.
And didn't want to, backtrack. I don't know, I didn't want to piggyback on someone else's success in their trade.
Yeah, true.
Or else, be known as,
the guy that copied me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jimmy's a Sparky too. Doesn't Jared already do that?
Yeah. He's only a first year, so I'm finished.
Yeah.
What have you found the best thing is about being a plumber? And actually, I should specify that you're a plumber in the field of maintenance, so you go around to all different jobs, right?
Yeah, no, every day's different.
Yeah, right.
Very rare have I been back to the same site 3 days in a row.
Yeah, right.
You might go back twice if you're doing a full re-gutter or a re-roof, or if you're doing a rough-in or something like that. But yeah, very rare I'll go back to the same site 3 days in a row.
Yep.
Yeah. It's different every day.
That's so, because I think you might know already, but I come from a civil plumbing background as well. There's subdivisional civil and drainage. So we've experienced, I assume, a lot of the same griefs when it comes to plumbing and raw sewage and all that good stuff.
Yeah, a lot of dirty stuff, don't we? Eh?
Have you had any particular job that stands out in your memory as being particularly filthy?
I've got two.
Oh, look out.
One would be when the boss agreed that I was competent enough to do a blockage on my own.
Yeah.
On the way home one day.
Yeah.
Pulled out the eel, went down the IO, got on some tree roots.
So the eel is something you send down the pipe to...
It's a drainage machine.
Yep.
It's like a long coil, 5 metre long spring, essentially.
Yep.
And when it gets to what it's eating through, like whatever's blocked,
Yep.
the tension in the spring builds up and it eventually just gets so high that it just punches through it.
Yep.
So I've punched through tree roots, pulled it back to the IO, and then
The IO is the thing that comes up to the surface.
The access, the drain access, the inspection opening.
Yep, right.
As you will.
Cool.
And I've pulled it out of the top.
Yep.
And the last little bit of the tree root has flicked up and just got literal poo all up my face and a little bit in my mouth. I did go home that night and tell my missus that, no, it didn't get in my mouth. But, definitely a little bit got in my mouth.
So I had an experience where raw sewage coated my face as well. When I was using a grinder, we had PVC set down in the manhole. So we set the manhole with 150 mil PVC or 180 mil PVC, whatever it was.
Yep.
Cut the top out, and then poured the base. So then afterwards, once the concrete was set, we had to get that PVC out of the base of the manhole. And to do that, we had to cut it with grinders. And I dipped the grinder blade right down in the bottom where the raw sewage was. I just wasn't thinking. And it flicked all that raw sewage straight back into my face. Same thing. I said, in my eyes and everything. I said to Crystal, no, just all over my head, But
over my shoulder.
Definitely not in my ears, eyes and
definitely
mouth.
had the guard on too.
Mm-hmm.
No, I've had a similar one. Bit of earthenware, same thing. And it's what it is when it hits you and it's black. It's like okay.
So there's something in existing manholes, usually old manholes, that I'm not sure if you call it the same thing, but we call it night soil. And it's this thick layer of black goo, which is, sometimes it's a couple of inches thick in the manhole, and it's actually cockroaches eat the raw sewage and then poo out that poo. So it's the re-pooed poo, and it's, just an inch layer thick of black cockroach shit.
Yeah.
Yum.
Beautiful for the garden.
Yeah. Oh,
what do you think? What do you think's in topsoil?
High in nitrates. Yeah, I've heard that.
Really good.
Doesn't taste great.
No.
I wouldn't recommend eating it.
No, I wouldn't put it on your vegetables that you're going to consume.
Nah.
But maybe your prized roses would appreciate the fertiliser. Cockroach poo.
Yes.
Night soil.
Night soil. Yeah, that's what
If I ever hear someone say, I'm going to give you
a night soil pate, politely refuse.
Refuse.
Yeah, that's a hard no.
That actually sounds like something a really fancy chef would put on the menu.
It does. No thanks, I'll politely refuse that. I haven't had my shots yet.
You sure you don't want the triple steamed brownie with night soil on the side?
No.
Hard pass.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
Thanks, bud. No thanks.
I'm off.
So that's probably the worst experience, or was that the first one?
Poo in your mouth is never good.
It's not.
However, that's probably not the...
There's a joke there that I won't delve into, but keep going.
That's not for kids. That probably wasn't the, OMG moment.
Yeah.
There's one that stands out, and it's essentially a pub.
Yes.
And underneath that pub was a basement, wasn't used, and...
So it was a shut-off basement. Ah, right. Yeah. I know, I got a feeling I know where this is going.
So we've got ourselves the main area of a pub.
Yep.
There's a hatch in the floor. We're looking for a water leak. We can't find the water leak. We're going to investigate every, nook and cranny we can get into.
Yeah.
We've gone down, opened the hatch, gone down, and what appears to be like a dusty floor moves under your foot as you step off the bottom rung of the ladder.
Yeah.
And it moves like you would imagine the top of a septic tank.
Yeah.
Or the top of a grease trap.
How big was this basement?
I'm going to say 8 metres by 6 metres.
Whoa.
And that was just the main room. There were corridors as well off of it.
Wow.
And, it was a big one.
How deep was that, the moving floor?
You'd probably say that it was hard to tell because the ladder was on a high side of the basement.
Okay, yeah.
But I'd say it was like 2-3 feet deep.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so a few vac trucks later.
Yeah.
And it worked out. Yeah, a few loads. What had happened is a push fitting.
Yeah.
On a 100 mil line servicing the toilets, and a commercial kitchen had popped off, and we still don't know how long that was emptying into that basement floor.
So just completely undetected for ages.
Yep. I don't know how.
Well, that's a long time to build.
The seal must have been really good on the hatch, honestly, for no one in the above bar to notice.
Geez, you think that'd have heaps of gas in it too, like, hydrogen sulfide and stuff, you think, sitting there that long.
There must have been cavities and walls or something it managed to chase out of. Honestly, it was a situation where it's gumboots, full body condom suit, and you're going in. All got sucked out in the vac, and we had to clean it out and, of course, make the pipe work up with new stuff.
Well, and that's the glory of plumbing, I suppose.
That's it, mate.
But if that irks you, actually, if you're thinking about getting into a trade, you young fellas, and that sort of story is a deal breaker, maybe plumbing isn't for you.
Yeah.
Because...
Well, maintenance.
Yeah, true. Well,
and you said in civil as well, you got
we still go into the live sewers, but
I don't think anyone in those high-rise buildings doing a rough-in and doing some stack work, I don't think they've ever seen a live turd unless one of the brickies above them had a joke and crapped in the stack or something and flipped out on your hand as you were gluing a fitting. Yeah,
we had plenty of them little buggers. But these are the things I miss. I'm in an office now and I just miss jumping down in a manhole, fighting the cockroach. How many cockroaches are in there? And they all go to the roof. As soon as you open the manhole, they freak out and they scatter to the
shade.
The roof of the manhole where the shade is, and then they're dropping on you while you're working, down your shirt. I just miss that, you know? I miss it.
I get it. There's nothing better than fresh night soil, like you put it, dropping on your shoulder.
Yeah.
And the baby ones?
Oh, they're so cute.
Yeah, they are cute.
I used to name them.
Yeah.
Little Jerry, he was my favourite. He's probably all grown up now.
Yeah, he's probably got his own kids.
Yeah, I'm sure he
Jerry's
does.
running around.
He looked like a breeder.
And those things don't die,
They are tough.
What else could live in there?
I have no idea. I certainly couldn't.
No.
Now, we've touched on the gross stuff. What are some things you actually really like about being the tradie that you are?
Probably the best thing about being a tradie is, for me personally, I love working with my hands. I spent a lot of time on the farm as a kid.
Yep, right.
Going out, splitting logs with my dad.
Yep.
Putting up fences, stuff that when you came back after school holidays and you told kids what you were doing, they're like, oh, we went to Movie World.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I ran a lot of fences and I,
Get out of here with your Movie World.
Yeah, I held down the calves while Dad cuts their nuts out,
Yeah.
So that's what I did.
That's my holiday.
And it wasn't so much the nut cutting, but it was the working with your hands that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
And so I went to uni for a little bit. I was one of 200 in a lecture hall.
Yeah.
You walked up with your number, they stamped it. You didn't really make any personal connections except with maybe the few people you connected with.
Yep.
That sat beside you had lunch with, whatever. As a tradie, you're working with the same people every day.
Yeah.
As an apprentice, you make really good connections with your tradesmen. It's almost like a Big Brother sort of program. They're teaching you the tips and tricks.
Yep.
If you get onto a good one that doesn't want to, do the plaster bag challenge over your head and stuff like that, push you into the trench or, you get a good one, it's a really quite lovely brotherly camaraderie about it.
Absolutely.
But even as special as it is, you go onto a site, when you go home, you turn around, look over your shoulder and you've hung the gutters, you've put the roof up, you've
I don't think
you can see the progress happening.
There is a tradie in Australia that hasn't driven past a job and said to whoever's in the car, hey, see that house there? I built so-and-so on that house.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's a thing with... You always brag about it. No one ever cares, really.
No
one else cares.
Ever.
But you always do. You always look back at a certain house or whatever you've done. I done that. I done this and that there.
This happened a couple of weeks ago. We put a new hot water system on this childcare centre on the same street that I live on. I've driven past it and I've pointed out to my girlfriend, I put a hot water system there.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh yeah, okay. And I've gone, well, that wasn't a good enough reaction. I've done a U-E and gone back. And then I stayed in the car park of the childcare centre. They were closed. It was late at night. But I've just driven up and put the high beams on the hottie and I've just gone, you see them pipes running up the wall? I did that.
Yeah.
And I got the same reaction.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, can we go home?
Yeah, I see. It's a hot water system. I don't care. Yeah, but you should. I care. Why don't you care? I thought we were connected, me and you. Now that you are in a tradie life, would you give it up for an office job? Is there an office job that could have enough appeal to you to drag you away from working with your hands?
I reckon I would get so far as sitting behind the desk some of the time, but I couldn't not be in the field. I reckon I'd last a couple of months and then I'd just snap.
Stir crazy? I'd
probably rearrange the desk a few times, maybe make it out of copper and brass.
I'm a peacock, you got to let me fly kind of deal.
I'd go through the office and, double check all the fittings. I'd end up changing the taps in the office or something, office bathroom. Oh no, we've got a guy for that.
And then
that's me. Yeah. It's off. Let me have this.
Walk every time you walk past the bathroom, then see that bathroom there? I fixed a cistern in there.
I plunged that last week.
Yeah.
Old Davo around the corner.
You're welcome.
Loves his burritos. I had to go in there and save the day. I'm a legend.
Clients. Big part of working with multiple clients, travelling around to different jobs all the time is developing your people skills.
Yeah.
And being able to talk through a multitude of situations, because each client is different.
Yeah.
And some can be pretty difficult to deal with,
The hardest thing.
As can we, I suppose, in their eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you never know what you're going to get when a tradie turns up.
Yeah.
You might get a guy who lays down the towel in your bathroom to make sure he doesn't scratch the tiles and, lays down a bag or something or a towel again so he doesn't, get glue everywhere or whatever.
Yeah.
A guy who vacuums and you get a guy who just comes in and
just
does what it does and then you look back and there's glue on the bench and there's primer on the tile and it's discolouring the grout and it's like...
So each time you go somewhere new, you're potentially dealing with a client that has been scorned before,
Yeah, has had the tradie from hell before.
Yeah, so...
And you got to make up for all the tradies.
The tradie spokesperson.
The poster boy, yeah.
To show that we're not all bad. We're not all bad, all right?
The hardest conversations you can probably have with a client is going to, say, a rental inside of a body corporate.
Yeah, okay, right. Yep.
So you've got the tenant who you're seeing face to face. They could be right, they could be wrong, they could be lying, they could be trying to push for an install of something that they don't need.
Yep, for
and you talk to the landlord who necessarily don't always want to spend money. They want to find out whose cost it is, if it was due to long service wear of having constant tenants or was this tenant being...
something
a bit shifty
wrong.
and trying to get something on?
Well, once, because I'm still a renter, right? Once upon a time, one of our taps broke. Now, it may have been because I stood up and broke it with my arse cheek, but it may not have been. It may have been the small amount of corrosion that was on the bottom of the faucet just so happened to make it look like it corroded and fell off. Yeah.
You need to go backtrack. The arse cheek.
Well, I'm not sure.
Are we talking about the spout or the handle?
So, the actual spout,
of the bath.
Of the bath, yeah. I think I fell over. I can't really remember the details.
It's always the case in the story. But you always fell over. Did you drop the soap?
I don't think I was sober. I broke this thing off with my arse. Defense of the tap, it cut my arse pretty bad.
I don't want to...
I won't show you. But
it's not that kind of show.
It just so happened that it was a bit rusted. Not rusted. What is it? The
your ass or the tap? The tap, yeah, corroded. Gets a little bit of the green.
So I proceeded to draw eyes above the faucet hole, and then I made a little face out of it, right? And then I turned the tap on, and it looked like the face was going. I spewed it. It was great. Worked perfect. So that's.
Why would you want that face that you drew near your ass? This is getting really weird, Brad. Do you need to tell someone?
So this story seemed different in my head.
Sure it did.
Before I started talking.
You drew a face you drew a face on the tap.
I did. No, well,
and then you got
on
your
the
ass
tile.
close to the face.
The face was after my ass was out. Okay, you know what? I'm stepping out of this conversation. I'm not sure how to get out of it with my dignity intact, so I'm politely stepping out of this. Dignity was gone a long time ago. All right, let's go.
Well, the situation gets even harder.
Yes, all right.
When it's a tenant and a landlord, then perhaps it's a body corp issue. So then you've got upwards of who knows how many people on the site that all have to split a bill. So it could start off as
So that's why it takes so long for us renters to get something done.
Honestly.
It's ridiculous.
Truly. And if there's a real estate involved as well.
And we're just honest people. We don't go around breaking taps with our asses. It makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. So they're your favourite jobs?
Yeah, the arse taps are always the best.
Why is there a face on the tile making it look like... Don't worry about that, long story.
And is that brown on his...
I hope that's rust. Well, let's... shall we touch on tools a little bit?
Yep.
Maybe start off with what tools you'd recommend for someone kicking off
in
the plumbing field.
As with all trades, got to have a hammer.
No, for sure. Tradies lost without a hammer, mate.
Without a hammer, you don't know what you're doing. But no, multiple uses, pretty understandable, obvious choice. Hammer.
Yep.
Plumbing, you got to have a couple of shifters.
Shifters, old nut busters, mate.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, right. Okay. I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you.
I'd get a couple of shifters.
Yep.
You'd probably want to go a couple of different sizes. You get a smaller one, and you can get in underneath the basin, back of the cistern, in a service duct, whatever you can do.
Yep.
Larger one to be swinging on the stuff you can get, easy access to. You'd probably want some multi-grips or pump pliers, as they call them.
Oh, pump pliers. There we go.
That's what the English call them.
Oh, right.
Pump pliers. Multi-grips. You want a set of them?
Yep.
Probably want a little spirit level, wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, right.
Make sure things are looking nice.
True, yeah.
One thing probably people overlook as an apprentice, they just sort of want to whack everything in.
Yeah, yeah.
Whack, just put a level on it. So that when you take your step back and you've put your 6 clips on, that it all looks reasonably straight.
Yeah.
Screwdrivers, you want to have a flatty, you want to have a Phillips. I wouldn't worry about insulated ones starting off as an apprentice plumber.
If it's live, if it's electric and it's live, just don't go near it.
Yeah.
Just don't touch it.
You haven't just crossed one lane, you're probably in a few lanes over if you're touching insulated tools early on as an apprentice plumber. Set of snips are handy.
Yeah.
Whether you're cutting roof sheets, gutters, fascias. Even if you're just doing like straps, like hanging clips and stuff under a house.
Old silicone and cork gun, mate. You need one of them.
Yeah. You can get some cheap ones of those that last pretty well. So
yeah. This episode of Tradio is proudly brought to you by Medicine Corking. I just made that up too. We're not sponsored at all, but we're open to sponsorship. Thank you. Continue, mate.
Brad wants another shirt.
Yeah. If there's any company called Medicine Corking, you're welcome.
Probably gonna have a knife.
Knife, yeah. Oh,
Kniffy. I'm sure there's something that's hanging over my head that I should be saying.
For sure. Oh, you'll cop something if you miss anything, mate.
No, but you'll learn. Thanks, mate.
Yeah,
the vote of confidence is really good. I'm waiting for the tap on the shoulder.
Here for support, yeah.
No, in all seriousness, you'll realise what you need. If your tradesman has one and you use it every day,
get one.
Grab one.
Yeah.
And probably from day one, you probably want to start saving $20 a week.
Yeah.
Just to buy a tool. So if you do get the tap on the shoulder saying, hey, mate, we're doing lots of half-inch copper, I think it'd be handy if you got your own half-inch benders.
Yeah.
When he gives you that tap on the shoulder, you got the funds there, a little bit tucked away to go and grab one of the fittings, one of the benders.
Yep.
You'll soon learn what you have every day. Obviously, you're not going to go out and buy, a B press machine, or like a press machine or anything like that.
But those little portable hand tools are...
Personally, I was jumping in and out of 3-4 different vehicles. So I had a little carry-all, and in it just had my simple stuff.
Yeah.
And the more I could fit in the carry-all, the better. And as time progressed on, I saw that I needed a set of Stilsons. I needed a set of footies.
Yeah.
I needed a set square. I needed this. I needed that. And once the carry-all got too full, it was a case of buying a large bag.
Yep.
I'd leave the bag at the shed.
Yeah.
And first thing in the morning, you'd know, hey, mate, today we need this, this and this. Or today we're doing this and this and this.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if we're doing that, then I'll need my large level. If we're doing this, then I'll need my pipe saw. If we're doing this, I'll need the hacksaw, Stilsons, whatever. I'd grab it out of the large bag, put it in my hand, carry-all bag.
For sure.
Jump in whoever's van I was with for the day, and then off we go.
Off we go.
But pay attention.
Pay attention,
Pay attention to what he's got.
Yep.
You don't necessarily want to have his brand.
Yep.
If he's got the top of the range, whatever, and you go in and that's not your budget, then shoot below. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, most tools come with a warranty anyway.
Yeah,
you can go back and sort that stuff out. But if you know that, I'm never going to get this one again, cool, it becomes your backup. So then you go and buy a replacement.
Yeah, cool. Good advice, mate. Good advice. Any other...
Tape measure.
Tape. There it is. There it is.
Honestly.
Tape measure. This guy over here. Rookie hour. I didn't think of it either.
I'm only an apprentice, mate. Just
yeah, true.
He's off on it.
Sorry, guys, I'm just pouring a glass of water.
No, that's not loud at all.
No, yeah. Any other advice for the young apprentice looking to impress their bosses, or not necessarily impress their bosses, but just make their life easier as an apprentice? Studying up or anything?
Yeah, definitely study. If you're into it and you're enjoying the work and you're in a position where you want to impress your boss, I would definitely be reading up on terminology and things that you might come across in the field.
Yep.
For example, if you were to go in with your boss and it was a new house or whatever and you were there to do the plumbing,
yep.
He goes, all right, first day we're going to go around and set all our points where we're going to bring the fixtures in, and then tomorrow we're going to run all the pipe. If that was me, I would probably be going home and I would be researching the terminology of what makes up a house.
So, like, specifically the framing for chimneys and that. So
So if the boss said, we're going to run, like I'm talking about pure virgin nature, you'd never done it before.
Yep.
I'd be going in there on the second day knowing what a top plate was.
Yep.
Knowing what a bottom plate was.
Yep.
The difference between a batten and a noggin.
Yes, absolutely.
I wouldn't go so far as to know what treated pine they're using.
Yeah.
But I'd be, having an idea that when he says, okay, we're going to go up through this plate.
Yeah.
And then we're going to run over.
Need to run on top of the rafters.
Exactly.
Any terminology. That's good advice. That's really good advice. Try and make yourself aware of the terminologies from different trades. So arm yourself with more knowledge than you necessarily need at that point, just so you got it, eh?
And like TAFE will...
Life easier.
TAFE will walk you through pretty much everything. But if it's before you get to TAFE, a boss might have you on for 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, a year before you get to your first lot of TAFE. And for most of the cases, it'll be 6 months.
Yeah.
So it'll be 6 months you'll go in there and TAFE walks you through the, OH&S. This is your responsibility as an apprentice.
Yep.
These are some ideas of, what you should know in regards to your knowledge now, being 6 months in.
Yep.
But they're not going to walk you through every in and out of the trade in the get-go. That's why you've got to go back so many times. For me, I did block release, so I've done 4 blocks. I've still got a couple left to go. They're not going to give you all the information from the start. So you've got to go and understand, hey, I do a lot of stack work. If I'm doing a lot of stack work, perhaps it's handy to figure out a special tip on how to mark out your 45s. Or I should know off the top of my head what the falls are going to be like. Is it 1 in 60? Is it 1 in 40?
Yep. How to calculate that too over a distance, yeah.
Exactly. You're probably not going to jump straight into, fixture units and flow rates and all that sort of stuff because you're going to get lost. Because,
For sure.
If you're going through that stuff on your own.
It's easy to get overwhelmed at the beginning, It seems like a sensory overload. But
definitely.
Yeah, just step back, take a deep breath and you work it out. It'll all come to you.
But even like tools, like personally, I come on the site and the only ones I've ever seen was a hammer and maybe like an axe and a couple of screwdrivers.
Yep.
And obviously know what a drill is and stuff, but the further you get down the line, and my first day of plumbing, have I ever used a copper cutter? No, I haven't.
Yeah, that's right.
Did I know what a deburrer was? No. Yeah. And did I know that I had to clean all my copper before I put a bead press fitting or a press fitting on?
Yeah.
No. So that sort of stuff, if you were willing to impress your boss but also become a better tradesman or a better apprentice, you'd want to just do a little bit of reading up. Yeah. And even if it was outside of your
work time,
outside
jump into it, when you go home, do a
like if you're scrolling on your phone for an hour when you get home anyway, you may as well just be looking through a couple of forums and just going, that's what a spirit level looks like, that's what a chalk line looks like. So on your first week in and the boss goes, go get the chalk line from the...
You don't have to ask what it is.
And he doesn't have to describe to you. It's a little dumpy thing and it's got chalk in it and it's probably covered in blue.
It's got a little sight glass. If you shake it, you should see red in there.
Yeah, exactly. So just little things like that.
Cool.
Another one would probably be, if you can, get to site or get to work 5-10 minutes early before than what he reckons you're going to be there. It's not a lot of effort.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you're just going to be on your phone in the morning before work anyway, just get to site 10 minutes early. If he's there, get out of your ute, say good day, how you going, whatever.
Yeah.
If he's not,
then
sit on your phone. Like, it doesn't affect you. Enjoy your coffee or whatever you're going to do. But if you're there and he's not, and a skip bin turns up and it needs to be placed somewhere and you know where it needs to go,
you can sort it out.
You can sort it out. And when he turns up and you've got the skip in the right spot,
bam, brownie points.
Exactly,
for the win.
If your material turns up and you want to put it somewhere, whatever, someone needs to sign off on it, you can do that. If you got questions, obviously give him a bell. But if you're there and he's not, because he's running 5 minutes late because the kids were sick or the
whatever it may be,
whatever it was, it really reins in the brownie points.
Good advice. It's actually a quick way to piss off co-workers if the young fella keeps showing up late, or he turns up and he's still a bit drunk or hungover from the night before and whinges about it all day. If you've been out drinking and partying, as we do when we were young blokes, don't whinge about it the next day. Don't whinge about it to the other, because we've all done it too. You're not allowed to whinge. It was your own doing.
Yeah, that's right.
Just suck it up, and you're better off telling no one that you're hungover.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Just put the shades on and just go
hide
through
the truth.
And when they say, who's in for smoko, we're doing sushi, and you go, I just don't know about today. Just go the salad sanger or something. Just go something easy on the side.
Is there any other trade you'd choose now, with your experience and looking at everything in a broader image? Is there any other trade you'd choose?
I think it's hard to split them, honestly, because I've got to give a shout out to Instagram. It's pretty cool, but I've met all of these people that do crazy work in all this different types of trades. If you asked me a year ago, I would have said, I'd be split between Chippy and Sparky. Sparky because, it's cool they get to play with lightning, and Chippies because they get to whack up whole houses. But because I'm in the maintenance as well, I get to see all these different types of trades. Welders do crazy work. And
for sure.
I could scroll for hours on a welder's page and just look at the TIGs, look at the MIGs, and you're just like, wow, that's mad. Brickies laying out, cutting blocks. Honestly, like watching a renderer work.
It's incredible, eh?
And screen it and wipe it and wash it, whatever.
Plasterers too. Watching a good plasterer go is amazing to watch. It's incredible.
Even like throwing scaff up. Like if you see a person who's done scaff for 10 years, 15 years.
It's an art form, eh?
It is literally just stack on stack on stack on stack Lego block. And it's all like you're watching it in super fast mode. Plasterers walking around on their steel, slapping it up. Painters doing the bucket walk. It's there's seriously an art to every trade. If I was to pick one, I'd probably go with a chippy or a builder, simply because they're doing the chisel work, they're doing the whacking up full frames. It's literally you start with nothing. For sure. Walls go up, roof goes up. It's probably
some of the best memories on the tools I have of when I was swinging a hammer. It was just so cool, especially working on the old colonial houses, doing colonial renovations on the old hardwood frames and stuff. Was just unbelievable. The stuff you learn is so cool. Chippy's definitely a fun one. Saying that, every trade has its pros and cons. Every single trade, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't expect any particular trade to be all cream. Because none of them are.
You just imagine like all the chippies doing renos and you go through and pull the carpet up or whatever and then you got to rip all the nails out.
A particularly bad one was banging weatherboards onto colonial houses, hardwood frames and weatherboards. So you're swinging a 20 or 22 ounce hammer all day into hardwood. That is hard yakka, eh? You find out you had muscles, you had no idea they were there.
And if you slipped, would you damage the board, obviously?
No, the boards, most of the boards we were using were hardwood as well, so they were pretty tough and heavy though, see? No, I definitely miss it, swinging a hammer. It's good fun.
Yeah, I swing one every day.
I'm just going to get a plank of timber in here somewhere and just so I can swing a hammer again, I think.
Should just get some nails and bang it into the desk, mate.
Well, no, let's not go there. I've got a couple of questions here. We'll do a rapid fire question session. Question session. So, a quick couple of ones about smoko maybe, all right? So, healthy wrap salad or meat pie? Sorry, a dog's eye or a rat coffin, which is sausage roll?
Meat pie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it's a resounding 80 or 90%.
Bit of dead horse on top.
Yes, mate.
Salad roll.
Yeah.
Don't come to me with
Sorry.
a weird question.
Sorry. Oh, I should have thought of that before
That
it
makes
came out
sense
of
to
him.
salad,
Yeah, that's true. Ute or van?
Oh, that's actually tougher than you think.
It is, yeah, true. I thought it'd be an easy question.
Pros, cons.
I didn't think these questions out very well, mate. It's just become apparent.
Rapid fire. Van.
There we go. Done.
Yep. Get it all under one box. Nothing's getting rained on.
Sweet. Yeah,
Van.
true. You can sleep in it if you need to. Put a toilet in that.
That's it.
You could. You're a plumber.
Yeah.
Whack a toilet in
Whack
there.
a toilet in there.
Roll the toilet paper.
Run some. I could even put a hot water system in there.
Nice. Wash your hands after.
Just don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Wash your hands after. Yeah. Van. Yeah.
Well, Jimmy, make sure you jump onto his Instagram page, _plumbing_apprentice, and check out his work. It's pretty cool. All right, Jimmy. Thanks for coming in, mate.
Right.
Cheers. It was great. Good chat.
Lovely coming in, mate. Yeah.
Episode 2 done, guys. So be sure to tune in next time. And shortly we're going to get women on the tools in here.
Lady tradie.
Lady tradies, yeah. So that'll be cool. And anyway, guys, jump on the socials, on the Instagram, and do the old hashtag Tradio. And I think we'll have a page up soon. Message our TradeTools Insta with any suggestions for topics you might want to hear, and we'll go from there.
Tradio.
It's extreme and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Oh, mate.
Thanks for coming. Until the next time, see ya.